Blink-182 is easily one of the most iconic pop-punk bands in history. They dominated the genre in the late 90s and early 2000s and helped cause a boom within pop-punk, making the genre more mainstream and basically the soundtrack of every American Pie and teenage comedy at the time. For me, Blink-182 will always be one of those bands that just takes me back to a very specific time. Hearing them is like flipping open an old binder covered in doodles or finding an old VHS tape you forgot you recorded off MTV at 3 in the morning. You know, back when MTV used to actually play music instead of the garbage they're doing now.
Turn it on! Leave it on!
I want my MTV.
I gotta know what's going on.
What's happening with Steven Spielberg and Cyndi Lauper? What's next for USA for Africa?
Why is Phil Collins hotter than ever?
What are the new videos I can't see anywhere else? David Bowie, Bob Dylan, The Power Station, Pat Benatar, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I want to know! I want my MTV!
Their music, for the most part, was made to get your head banging, but also dancing, chase your high school crush, and then go home crying cause she told you to fuck off. But that was alright cause you could listen to Blink on repeat and simply bang her best friend, sister and mom. It was a great time to be alive.
Yeah, my girlfriend takes me home when I'm too drunk to drive. She brings me Mexican food from Sombrero just because. Now that everything's gonna be fun.
And that's one of the things that made them so fun. This over-the-top, non-serious approach to music felt like a breeze of fresh air after a lot of the dark and depressing music that the rock genre had in the 90s. Instead of being too serious and pretentious, Blink just ran around naked through the city or made parodies of 90s pop culture. This humor made them feel like guys you could hang out with and shoot the shit instead of untouchable rock stars. I mean, I had friends growing up who were just like them. We'd listen to Blink-182, Sum 41, or NoFX while skating, talking about girls and hoping we wouldn't break any bones today while being half drunk. But despite the band leaning heavily into the humor, they still had serious tracks and did talk about some darker topics such as depression, addiction, and what these things could ultimately lead to. Tracks like Adam's Song hit differently because they touched the nerve for a lot of people, but were also really honest and sincere.
I never thought I'd die alone. I'm too depressed to go on. Please tell mom this is not her fault.
What really sticks to me is how much their music was tied to a feeling. You'd hear Blink and suddenly it was summer even if it was raining outside. You'd hear them and remember what it felt like to be bored out of your mind, laughing with friends, or going through your first heartbreak like it was the end of the world.
This night's almost over. Nobody likes you when you're 23. What's my age again? What's my age again?
Blink turned all of that into songs that were short, punchy, and impossible to get out of your head. I love how they mixed punk with pop elements in a really cool way, making it more accessible to a wider audience without all of the weight that punk normally brings to the table.
All the small things. She left me roses by the stairs.
Early Blink songs especially have that raw punk attitude and sound that made them so great, but you can already hear the poppy influence. I mean, this is the sound that literally shaped a lot of the late 90s and early 2000s. I feel like somewhere from 1997 till 2005, this sound was all over the mainstream.
The faster we're falling, we're stopping and stalling. 'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep. I know I'm being used. That's okay 'cause I got no self-esteem. Oh, yeah. Drop dead, a bullet to my head. So am I still waiting for this world
And in a way, I think one of the reasons for why pop-punk became so big in that time was the fact that it had a lot in common with the hair metal scene of the 80s. Both of these genres didn't always take each other too seriously, and they both were all about partying, getting girls, and having a good time, at least early on, before they got oversaturated or killed off by other genres. In the case of pop-punk, emo and metalcore dug the grave. To me, Blink-182 will always be one of the best bands in rock history. I know that this video has turned into a massive nostalgia fest, but honestly, this is exactly how they feel to me. Their music defined a huge part of my life growing up, and they will forever be the official soundtrack of my teenage years.
When I teach masturbation, I'm always just like, have fun with it.
Don't think maybe she won't refuse.